Welcome to the SH107 pre-recorded virtual public meeting video. TxDOT, in cooperation with the Edinburg County Precinct 2 and the City of Edinburg, is proposing to reconstruct and improve SH107 from Business 281 West to I-69C. The SH107 project is a local government-sponsored project developed by the Edinburg County Precinct 2. Because the roadway is state-owned and state and federal funds would be utilized for construction and for right-of-way land costs, TxDOT has oversight responsibility. Given the unique circumstance of the COVID-19 outbreak, along with our commitment to protect public health during this national emergency, TxDOT, in cooperation with the Edinburg County Precinct 2 and the City of Edinburg, are conducting this virtual public meeting to avoid in-person contact. At this time, the virtual format will be in lieu of the in-person public meeting. The presentation will cover the same information that would have been shared at the in-person public meeting. However, the comment process will be different and will be explained in further detail shortly. All project information can be found on the Rio Grande Valley Metropolitan Planning Organization's website at www.rgvmpo.org. My name is Octavio Saenz, and I am the Public Information Officer for the TxDOT FAR District. I would like to welcome and thank you for taking the time to view this virtual presentation that was shared with the public on June 2, 2020. The purpose of this public meeting is to encourage and maintain effective communication with the public, describe and recommend the preferred alternative, and follow an important step in the environmental process, and provide instruction on how to submit public input and comments. Public involvement is an ongoing aspect of the project development process that encourages and solicits public input and provides the opportunity for the public to become fully informed and engaged about the proposed project. During the next few minutes, I'll be covering the following. An overview of the project will be presented. Then I will discuss the right-of-way acquisition process. We will also look at the project schedule and then explain the public comment process, which will be different than the in-person meeting. Then we'll look at a flyover of the project, and then an adjournment of the public meeting will conclude this presentation. Prior to December 16, 2014, the Federal Highway Administration, or FHWA, reviewed and approved documents prepared under the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA. However, on December 16, 2014, TxDOT assumed responsibility from FHWA for reviewing and approving certain assigned NEPA documents. This Memorandum of Understanding was renewed on December 9, 2019. This review and approval process applies to this project. Notices in English and Spanish for this public meeting were provided on the Edinburg County Precinct 2 and RGV MPO websites. In addition, they were published in English in the Monitor newspaper on Sunday, May 17th and Saturday, May 23rd, 2020, and in Spanish in the El Extra newspaper on Friday, May 22nd, 2020. The notices were also mailed or emailed to adjacent property owners and elected officials. Additional outreach for this public meeting included county and RGV MPO social media. Edinburg County Precinct 2 and TxDOT are committed to continued efforts to gain public feedback on this project. We understand that the comment process is slightly different on this virtual public meeting. Therefore, we will take a moment to discuss how comments can be made. The comment form can be downloaded or printed from the RGV MPO website at www.rgvmpo.org. Given our current COVID-19 situation, Edinburg County Precinct 2 and TxDOT are asking the public to make comments the following ways: by email to robin.gelson@txdot.gov, or by mailing them to TxDOT FAR District, attention Robin Gelston, at 600 West Interstate 2, FAR, Texas 78577, or by voicemail to 956-565-6458. Be sure to submit your comments by June 17, 2020, which is 15 days after the posting of this public meeting. Responses to comments received will be included in the online public meeting summary report. This report will be posted on the county and TxDOT websites in the next few months. We appreciate your understanding of this comment process. Let's look at the project overview. The SH107 project is located within the City of Edinburg. The map on the screen depicts the general area of the project. The project begins at Business 81 at McIntyre Street and continues around the Courthouse Square, then extends east along SH107 to I-69C, a length of 1.5 miles. Approximately a tenth of a mile of incidental construction is needed east of I-69 to connect to the roadway and the storm drain system currently under construction. The scope of the proposed project includes reconstructing and converting Business 281 around the courthouse square to one-way traffic operation, reconstructing SH 107 within existing right-of-way, upgrading the existing storm drain system, and widening an existing ditch to improve roadway drainage. The project is needed because there is a decrease in mobility, the traffic is slow and congested, and there is a high crash rate. The purpose of this project is to improve mobility, reduce congestion, and improve safety. As part of the preliminary analysis of the courthouse and surrounding area, a traffic impact analysis study was completed in December of 2017. The purpose of this study was to assess the existing and proposed vehicular, pedestrian, and parking demand in the area. The results of the study are summarized here. There is an increase in demand due to the new Hidalgo County Courthouse, and also because the Edinburg Downtown Master Plan will require improvements as development occurs. The quality of traffic flow on the future street network would deteriorate without improvements. The existing two-way traffic operation would not be able to handle future traffic demands. A one-way traffic operation around the square would provide an acceptable flow of traffic for present and future years. Let's take a look at this table. Over an 8-year period between 2010 through 2017, there has been a total of 654 crashes within the project limits. The total number of crashes each year shows a steady increased rate of crashes, with a high rate of those being intersection crashes. The small table at the bottom of the slide shows the average crash rates in the state of Texas and in the Tex.FAR district. Comparing the crash data on this urban roadway for the years 2015 through 2017, you can see that the total number of crashes for each of those years is well above both the statewide and the FAR district average rates. The existing Business 281 around the courthouse square is a 75-foot wide road with two-way traffic operation. The roadway consists of 4 12-foot wide travel lanes, 2 8-foot wide shoulders, an 11-foot wide gore area approaching the intersection, in varying 6 to 12-foot wide sidewalks on both sides of the roadway. All of this within a 95-foot wide right-of-way. Drainage is currently handled by an underground storm drain system. SH 107 from Business 281 to 18th Avenue is an existing 66-foot wide roadway consisting of 2 12-foot wide travel lanes, 2 11-foot wide travel lanes, 2 10-foot wide shoulders, and 6-foot wide sidewalks on both sides of the roadway, all within a 100 to 117-foot wide right-of-way. Drainage is provided by an underground storm drain system. SH 107 from 18th Avenue to I-69 is similar to the previous section, however, it includes a left turn lane instead of shoulders. The existing 60-foot wide roadway consists of 2 12-foot wide travel lanes, 2 11-foot wide travel lanes, a 17-foot wide left turn lane, and 6-foot wide sidewalks on both sides of the roadway, all within a 100 to 117-foot wide right-of-way. Drainage is provided by an underground storm drain system. Two alternatives were studied and considered for this project: the no-build and the build alternative. Evaluation criteria of the alternatives considered impacts to the human and natural environment. The no-build alternative is required for consideration during the environmental study and is carried forward as a baseline for comparison. Under the no-build alternative, the existing roadway would not be reconstructed or improved. The existing conditions of the roadway would remain the same. No improvements will be made to congestion or safety. The no-build alternative is not recommended because it would not meet the need and purpose of the project. The build alternative would convert Business 281 around the courthouse square to one-way traffic operations. SH 107 will be reconstructed within existing right-of-way. The existing storm drain system will be upgraded. An existing ditch will be widened to drain stormwater runoff. These improvements would require a total of 12.8 acres of new right-of-way, 0.3 acres at the courthouse square corners, and 12.5 acres for the ditch. No residential or business relocations are anticipated. The build alternative meets the need and purpose of the project. Business 281 around the courthouse square will be converted to a one-way traffic operation. The proposed 57-foot wide roadway would consist of 3 12-foot wide travel lanes, one 12-foot wide right turn lane, and a varying 6 to 20-foot wide sidewalk on both sides of the roadway, all within the existing 95-foot wide right-of-way. Drainage will be provided by an underground storm drain system. A total of 0.3 acres of new right-of-way would be required at the corners to improve the turning radii. SH 107 from Business 281 to 18th Avenue will be reconstructed to a 69-foot wide roadway, which would include 4 12-foot wide travel lanes, 2 10.5-foot wide shoulders, and 6-foot wide sidewalks on both sides of the roadway, all within an existing 100-foot wide right-of-way. The existing underground storm drain system would be upgraded. SH 107 from 18th Avenue to I-69C will be widened to a 69-foot wide roadway consisting of 2 12-foot wide travel lanes, 2 14-foot wide shared use lanes for bicycles and automobiles, a 14-foot wide continuous left turn lane, and 6-foot wide sidewalks on both sides of the roadway, all within the existing 100-foot wide right-of-way. The existing underground storm drain system would be upgraded and improved. No new right-of-way would be required along SH 107. Parking is not a part of the proposed project. However, we understand that the public may have questions or concerns regarding parking within the project area. Hidalgo County and the City of Edinburg completed a parking analysis study in 2018 in preparation of construction of the new Hidalgo County Courthouse. Parking along SH 107 and Business 281 has been previously removed. As part of a collaborative city-county plan, new designated parking lots and shuttle routes shown on the map have been implemented to address parking in the area. Should you have any questions regarding parking, please contact your city or county officials. TxDOT considers effects to historic properties under state and federal regulations. Because Hidalgo County has already reconfigured the street pattern around the square, and because the consultants will include protection notes in the plans for any work adjacent to historic buildings, the project would not have an adverse effect on historic properties. The proposed project would include the widening of an existing ditch located approximately 350 feet south of the intersection of SH 107 and Rebecca Drive. The ditch runs south for 4,970 feet, then turns east for 1,636 feet to FM 1426, or Raul Longoria Road. The existing 60 to 80 foot wide ditch will be widened to a varying 85 to 137 foot wide ditch within a proposed 125 to 175 foot wide right-of-way. A total of 12.5 acres of new right-of-way will be required for the ditch improvements. Hidalgo County will be responsible for purchasing the right-of-way. Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1 will be responsible for maintenance of the ditch. In summary, Business 281 around the Hidalgo County Courthouse Square will be converted to one-way traffic operation. SH 107 will be reconstructed with an existing right-of-way. The existing underground storm drain system will be upgraded. The existing ditch located south of SH 107 and Rebecca Drive will be widened. It is anticipated that a total of 12.8 acres of new right-of-way will be required for the project, 0.3 acres for the corners of Business 281 and 12.5 acres for the ditch. No residential or business relocations are anticipated. Let me provide you now with information on the right-of-way acquisition process to be followed by the acquiring agency, which will be Hidalgo County Precinct Number 2 with TxDOT oversight. Property acquisitions will follow federal and state laws and policies. The Uniform Relocation Assistance and Real Property Acquisitions Policy Act of 1970, known as the Uniform Act, is the federal law that is followed for appraisals, negotiations, and relocation of families and/or businesses. Hidalgo County will be acquiring the additional right-of-way from individual property owners and relocate any families or businesses affected by the project. Independent fee appraisers will appraise each individual property needed as additional right-of-way. Each affected property owner will receive a certified letter from the appraiser requesting a meeting with him or her in order to inspect the property and provide them the opportunity to accompany them to perform a pre-appraisal inspection. They will also request permission to enter a property for inspection of improvements. The appraiser will determine the land value, improvement value, and damages to the remainder of the property to be acquired. With the initial offer, a copy of the appraisal report will be provided. This will be forwarded to the landowner by certified return receipt requested mail as dictated by state law. The project currently has available money for construction and right-of-way acquisition. The acquiring agency will start the acquisition process once the environmental clearance is obtained. The property owner can accept the offer based on the appraisal or submit a written counteroffer based on the information that can be supported by documentation such as appraisals or bids, which must be submitted by the property owner for review. If for some reason the property cannot be acquired through negotiations, Hidalgo County has the authority to proceed with eminent domain proceedings and continue with a special commissioner's hearing, but only as a last resort. Property owners will be reimbursed for any reasonable, incidental expenses incurred in transferring title of their property to the county. Expenses eligible for reimbursement generally include recording fees, processing fees to obtain a lien release, and similar required expenses to convey the real property, along with any penalties that are required for prepayment of any pre-existing recorded mortgage entered into in good faith encumbering the property. If it is necessary to relocate persons from their homes or businesses, the county will be required to comply with the provisions mandated by federal and state law to minimize the impact and financial hardships to persons who are being displaced. However, no residential or business relocations are anticipated. Relocation booklets, which provide a general overview of the Relocation Assistance Program and outlines the services offered and any payments for which displaced individuals, families, businesses, and nonprofit organizations may be eligible to receive, are available for download on the TxDOT website. This project is listed in the RGV-MPO's Metropolitan Transportation Plan and in the 2019-2022 Transportation Improvement Program in fiscal year 2021. However, it is anticipated to be moved to fiscal year 2023. The project has $19 million assigned for construction. The next step in project development is to review and evaluate all the comments received during the comment period and finalize the schematic for approval. Project development will continue by finalizing the design and obtaining environmental clearance. We are anticipating receiving clearance by winter of 2020. Once environmental clearance is issued and the right-of-way map is complete, Hidalgo County will begin acquiring the necessary right-of-way with TxDOT oversight. As mentioned, the project would receive bids for construction in fiscal year 2023. At this time, a flyover video of the project will be shown to provide you a perspective of what the project will look like once it's complete. The flyover begins at SH 107 East as you are coming in from Interstate 69C or Expressway US 281. We will continue in a counterclockwise direction around the courthouse square. Continuing towards the north, you can see there are 3 travel lanes, all in a one-way direction. The green areas throughout the square are landscape areas, buffers or medians, and sidewalks are shown in gray depicted with white dots. As you proceed, there is a right lane to exit the square. You can continue straight onto North 12th Avenue or turn right onto East McIntyre Street. The red shaded area on the left is a proposed right-of-way corner clip to accommodate the curve around the square going west. Continuing west, we now approach Business 281 or North Gloucester Boulevard on the right. You can see there is a left turn lane to enter into the courthouse driveway entrance, 3 lanes going straight and 1 turning right onto North Business 281. As we approach North 10th Avenue, 3 lanes continue with 1 lane exiting the square. The lane continues straight onto West McIntyre Street and/or turns right onto North 10th Avenue. The red shaded area is the proposed right-of-way corner clip to accommodate the curve around the square going south. We continue south with 3 travel lanes and a right turn lane as we approach SH 107 or University Boulevard. As we continue south and approach West Canal Street, 3 lanes continue with 1 lane exiting the square. The lane continues straight onto South 10th Avenue or can turn right onto West Canal Street. The red shaded area is a proposed right-of-way corner clip to accommodate the curve around the square going east. We then continue east with 3 lanes and a right turn lane as we approach South Business 281 or Gloucester Boulevard. As we continue east and approach East Canal Street, 3 lanes continue towards the north with 1 lane exiting the square. The lane continues straight onto East Canal Street or turns right onto South 12th Avenue. You can see there's a left turn lane to enter into the Courthouse Drive entrance. The red shaded area is a proposed right-of-way corner clip to accommodate the curve around the square going north. And we are now back to SH 107 East where we originally started. We will now turn east onto SH 107. This portion of the project will be constructed entirely within existing right-of-way, which is shown here by the green lines. As we continue south past 13th Avenue, you can see there are 4 travel lanes with shoulders and sidewalks on both sides of the roadway. As we continue past 15th Avenue, you may notice blue lines in the center of the roadway. This shows the location of the upgrade to the storm drain system being proposed within the project limits. As we pass 16th Avenue, you can see that the roadway transitions. The shoulders are eliminated and a center turning lane is added. The roadway would now consist of 4 travel lanes, a center turning lane, and sidewalks. The reconstruction of SH 107 ends at the Interstate 69C US 281 West Frontage Road. From the West Frontage Road east to 26th Avenue, the storm drain system, depicted by the blue lines, would transition to connect to TxDOT's existing storm drain system east of the expressway. The drain system would continue east to Rebecca Drive, then continue south to connect to an existing drainage ditch shown in purple. As part of this project, the existing ditch will be widened, shown in white. The red line on the left side of the screen depicts the additional right-of-way needed. The ditch continues south for 2/10 of a mile. Here, you can see that the proposed right-of-way switches to the west side of the ditch, or the right side of the screen, to avoid potential impacts to residences. The ditch continues south, crossing underneath East Sprague Street, continuing south for approximately half a mile where it ends at Freddy Gonzalez Drive. Just north of Freddy Gonzalez Drive, the ditch branches to the east. In this area, the proposed right-of-way will be acquired from the north side of the ditch or on the left side of the screen. The ditch will be widened for 3/10 of a mile to Raul Longoria Road. The ditch widening ends at Freddy Gonzalez Drive to the south and Raul Longoria Road to the east. This concludes this video presentation of the project. Let's recap on how you can submit your comments. The comment form can be downloaded or printed from the RGVMPO website at www.rgvmpo.org. Given our current COVID-19 situation, TxDOT is asking the public to provide comments in the following ways. Send an email to robin.gelston@txdot.gov. Mail the TxDOT FAR District Office. Attention, Robin Gelston at 600 West Interstate 2, FAR, Texas 78577. Or you can leave a voicemail by dialing 956-565-6458. Be sure to submit your comments by June 17, 2020, which is 15 days after the posting of the public meeting. Responses to comments will be posted on the TxDOT website, www.txdot.gov. You can find them by using the keyword SH107 Virtual Public Meeting. We encourage the public to stay informed. Schematics and presentation materials, including graphics, will be available on the RGVMPO website to view project information in further detail. Should you have questions or would like additional information, please contact TxDOT at the number listed. You can also follow the TxDOT FAR District on Twitter at the web address provided. Thank you for watching and participating in this very important meeting. This concludes the virtual public meeting. Thank you.